of the important things about the reuse message is that recycling is not going to do it for us, that it's not enough.
Here we go on the road, that's all we have to know, cause we be steadily stomping at every show. Put your hands up, pull your mic out and get off the roof till Conrad turns the lights out.
Talk about how your clients are reusing the different aspects, and then how you guys are reusing in the warehousing.
Definitely. Well, in terms of our byproducts, we have burlap coffee bags that the green coffee comes in, and those we retain, and our customers come by to pick them up probably on a weekly basis. And it's essentially a first come, first serve type of thing. We have organic farmers who use them for weed suppression, erosion control, things like that. We have local hobbyist kind of gardeners that use them in a similar capacity, or for areas that they just want to sort of shore up the soil. We have some folks who do a beach cleanup every year, well, multiple times a year, but it's an organization that sort of spearheads the beach cleanup.
Yeah.
And they'll periodically come by and take a stash to load in beach debris, because that beach debris is going to get landfilled, but at least the bag is going to essentially break down and whatnot. So a variety of fairly creative reuses for those products that we didn't necessarily envision at the outset. I mean, we knew that there was going to be some use for it, but it's fun to have people come to us and say, "Hey, I can use that. I can use that."
Right.
And
everything is free for them.
Taken.
Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It is. And the other main byproduct of coffee roasting is called chaff. And it's a thin membrane essentially that comes off of the green coffee during the roasting process. As the green bean expands, this little membrane is released. And all of our coffee is organic, so it's all organic chaff. And it's light and fluffy and high in nitrogen, and so it makes a great addition to compost. And so local gardeners love this stuff because you can till it in as sort of brown matter in your compost pile and beef up the nitrogen, or you can, if you have tolerant plants, blueberries or other plants that are willing to take a good amount of nitrogen hit without burning out, you can sprinkle some directly. Usually it's composted. We also have an organic farmer over in Kelsey who uses it as horse bedding. She stables other people's horses as part of a side project on her farm.
Okay.
And so she'll sprinkle down the chaff. It has a great smell, sort of a kind of baking bready kind of smell. It doesn't smell like coffee really, but it smells fresh and nice. So she sprinkles that in the horse stables.
So instead of hay
instead of hay and such, and so then the horses relieve themselves, and then she composts that, so it's like double duty.
Yeah.
So it's bedding, and then it's going to be composted
Wow,
later. So
that's great.
Kind of cool.
And what do most coffee companies normally do with that? Is it just like a waste product in most cases?
That's a good question. I'm not sure that I could answer how most deal with it. However, for those who collect the chaff, which isn't necessarily a given because you can incinerate the chaff.
Okay.
If you have a system that's designed to pass through all of your roasting exhaust and not spin it out in a cyclone, we have essentially a chaff collector that's a little cyclone that spins out the chaff from the airstream coming out of the roaster.
Okay.
If you don't have those and just blow the chaff right into your afterburner, then it would be incinerated. So I'm sure all the big boys just burn it up, because they'd be drowning in chaff otherwise. And the smaller folks, I'm unsure, but you would think that they would want to find a way to deal with it, because it has to go somewhere, and it's absurd to put it in the landfill.
Well, it seems like a much better solution to reuse it as opposed to just burning it away, because you're not only saving a little bit of energy on the burning and possible fumes, but you're also substituting something else, whether it be hay or anything like that.
Yeah,
so that's awesome.
Yeah, it's a nitrogen-rich fertilizer, basically.
Yeah,
that can be reused. So.
I thought I saw something on the website about like the bags, like the people doing something with that. And again, I didn't want to look too deep into it. I just got interested in it.
We have had people make tote bags and such out of both our poly-lined coffee bags. I don't have an example here, but there's this woman in Colorado who was collecting our empty 5-pound bags from a local cafe that served our coffee and stitching them together and making these neat tote bags out of them.
Okay.
So we've heard about that, and then we do have the local organic farmer who beds her horses in our chaff also takes used burlap coffee bags and sews those into totes.
Oh, okay. I think I might have seen
So that may
one
be
out
where,
there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So,
Okay.
that's a neat program, and I can send you guys with one, as a party favor.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, you're getting a couple of T-shirts, so I guess it'll work.
Oh,
out.
hey, cool.
And if there happens to be any coffee at the bottom of that tote bag as a party favor, that's cool.
Do you want to take a look?